The biggest show in town is here. It's Rangers Football Club. Yous all wanted it, so let's not pretend we're not the biggest show in town. Everybody was demanding. We talked about Celtic. There was even half a mention of Aberdeen, but everyone wanted Rangers. So you've got Rangers.
I tried to give Celtic the benefit of the doubt. Champions of Scotland. I put their poll up and no one was interested.
The biggest club in the land.
Not even their own fans were interested.
They wanted Rangers.
They wanted Rangers. Now they've got Rangers. But before we get into Rangers, I need to address a comment that I seen from Matthew Miles now.
Oh, God.
I can't get it word for word, so it's not like a direct quote, but he did say something along the lines of alleged racist Gorgie.
Georgie.
It's a balloon, Georgie. Something along the lines of
jump in my sewer, Georgie.
Failed football podcaster having to work 12-hour shifts to survive. It's like, hold on here. I've been working the 12-hour shifts before the podcasting gimmick, right? So, and also to be a failed, but would I not need to have quit my job and then go back and beg for my job back? That's never happened. So I don't know what he's fucking talking about. Can't I multitask? Can't I do two things? I think Matthew Miles is a failed YouTube commenter troll.
He is. He's obsessed. He is like the head honcho of the obsessed.
In fact, if I had a mansion and a villa and a resort and all these islands and shit like this, but weird that he goes to islands. I certainly wouldn't be on YouTube comments. Like,
I wouldn't be.
I certainly wouldn't be listening to what the alleged Gorgie's got to say. The alleged racist one.
If we're such a failed YouTube channel, why are you coming back, Matty?
Aye, so
you guys love it. Anyway, speaking of failed, Russell Martin. It's all over, isn't it? How many 12-hour shifts would Russell Martin need to do for you to be like,
he wouldn't last a 12-hour shift.
He wouldn't.
Not got the minerals.
No. He bottles it for children that give him the middle finger. Like, I mean, it kind of just is what it is. But anyway, right, where will Rangers finish in the UEFA Europa League phase? So last spot, top spot, 6%, first to 8, straight to the round of 16. Here, I think even if Martin gets sacked, this would be a struggle. I think losing the game to Genk is a must-win game, and you've lost it. So I think it's all over. I think this is practically impossible, especially with him.
With English bastard in charge.
Aye, him.
Well, technically he's Scottish, isn't he?
He played for Scotland.
Aye.
So
he's English.
Russ, he's a fucking fud, that's what he is.
See this whole grandparent rule? I'm not having it. Or like family, father, mother. Bullshit. Russell Martin's English, he's no Scottish.
Because what it does...
I don't think we were ever shite enough, by the way, to need Russell Martin to play for us.
Well, that's probably true, but no, our problem is, it's not like Russell Martin his entire life identified as Scottish. He's just a guy who wasn't good enough to play for England, so he decided to play for Scotland.
I don't like it.
And it's the same with, and I think it's a joke with like Declan Rice and, what do you call him, Jack Grealish, right? To me they're English because they grew up in England. And
Declan Rice literally did play for Ireland though.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like, to me, I think especially once you play for a national team, you shouldn't be...
He's a country traitor.
He is. I don't... But see, that's the weird spectrum of it. It's like, you're more than good enough to play for Ireland, right? They could have been Irish legends and they've jobbed out to become English players.
Can you really become an Irish legend though if you're getting pumped by like Luxembourg in every World Cup qualifier?
Yeah, but what's Roy Keane?
But
I know he got the World Cups, but Ireland's chances of winning do better with those two in the team. That's a fact.
Yeah,
It's the same. It's like if you took our midfield out, say they all wanted to play for England, we probably don't get to the Euros. Same like you take Gareth Bale out of Wales during their prime, man. They might not get the tournaments. It's international football. It's shite, man. I don't like that. It's pish. I don't think you should get free reign on who you should play for just because you're not good enough to play for the team you actually want to play for. Because
I think when you have your like first competitive game, you should need to declare your nationality then and there, and that's it. You can't change it.
Yeah. Like, see Russell Martin. Would it mean the same to him getting to like a World Cup for Scotland as it would for like Ryan Christie or John McGinn? Of course it wouldn't.
If Russell
There's nothing fucking wrong with admitting it.
If Russell Martin was good enough to get an England squad, would he have picked Scotland? That's what it all boils down to. The answer's no.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
Just like if Declan Rice and Grealish weren't good enough to get an England squad, they would have picked Ireland.
Yeah. But anyway, let's put Martin. We're both going top 8's a no-go.
Top 8's no happening.
Right, third spot, 9th to 16th playoff seed at 11% of the vote. Now this could happen, but I think it's got to result in Martin going soon. Probably before this game tonight, to be honest, because I don't think they're getting anything with him.
No, I don't think they're getting top 16 either.
So, that was what Celtic won. The majority of people went with 9th to 16th, so maybe we could get Rangers Celtic.
Aye, it could be seeded against unseeded.
Second, 25% of the vote, so a quarter went with 17th to 24th.
This is possible.
Bare minimum, man.
This is certainly possible, but I think they need a result tonight against Sturm Graz.
Much easier draw than last year. Last year was a very tough draw, right? Olympiacos, Lyon, both English clubs, United and Tottenham. Who else was in there? Nice away. I know we won 4-1. Who else? Like Union St. Galosti.
I mean, we've seen
away to Malmo, but this year is a lot easier.
I mean, if you look at the Conference League last year, and I know it's only 6 games, but Hearts were the only team with 7 points not to go through. Now I get it. You play 8 in the Europa League, so I think you will need more than 7 points.
Yeah.
How many do you think you'll need? 9, 10?
Even
I know you can't really. It's hard to judge after the competition only been around for 1 year.
If you go undefeated in half your games, and at least 2 of them are draws and 2 are wins, you've got a very good chance of getting through.
I think Rangers should get into this. I think they should be getting at least 24 for above.
No, I agree. There's no excuse. Like, the draw is easy. Yes, he's shite, Martin, but at the start of the season, we've seen them beat. I mean, as shite as they are, we've seen them beat Panathinaikos, seen them beat Victoria Pilsen, right? There's no excuses. Like, so we're taking on teams that are probably worse than that level.
Although you could argue Rangers have regressed since then.
Which is the worrying thing, I would agree, right? And then last spot, elimination, 25th to 36th, 58% of the vote, right? Again.
So what, all the Celtic fans then?
Yes, all the Celtic fans have voted this way. Biggest show in town, you know the score. But, right.
Although, to be fair, I mean, you could argue that maybe they genuinely actually believe this.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a coin toss between Rangers getting eliminated or Rangers finishing in the low 20 positions that would qualify.
This could be an all-time Rangers 11, right? And they would still vote this, make no mistake about it. But anyway, I wonder what the Rangers board are actually going to sack this guy on, because we know a big factor coming here for the 49ers has to be European football. So if you're going it, then what are you doing? No, make no mistake about it, right? There's a real good chance Rangers don't even get like Europa League football next season. Could be playing Conference League.
If Rangers lose,
if they finish third, especially.
If Rangers lose tonight, do you think you could get sacked?
I don't think a European game gets them sacked. But then I don't know. I don't think anything gets them sacked.
All right,
the Tellwells are digging their heels in. Patrick Stewart has landed at the Starship Enterprise. I don't know. And a big bowl of vegan shite is what he's landed it in.
Don't know. If he loses tonight and then loses to Falkirk, I think he's gone.
But there's no indication, though. There's nothing.
You say European...
I haven't heard the board say, results must improve.
But you say European football can't get him sacked. I would argue that because he's doing so poor domestically, that European football maybe could get him sacked.
So it's a must-win, then, for Russell Martin's career tonight. Rangers' managerial career.
I mean, I don't necessarily think a loss gets him sacked because it's away from home, but I do think it puts his head on the chopping block.
What?
If it's not already on it.
People just need to... Honestly, man...
I think the knife's already getting sharpened.
Ibrox needs to be empty until he gets sacked. We've seen protests have worked at the other side of the city with the statement last night, so...
Why doesn't Martin just come out and say, look, so far it's been shite, but I'm trying my best. Give me a chance.
Yeah, but there's no accountability. He pretends it's good. He pretends that... No, but he's pretending, right, the end of September.
Would that work,
a good 45 minutes against Livy's good enough.
Well, was it even that good?
No, it was alright, but we still could have conceded goals.
See if Martin came out and says, look, it's not been good enough, guys, but I'm trying my best, and I truly believe I can turn this around. I'm just asking for you to be patient, and this will get better. Would that buy him time, or is there nothing he can say See if he was honest and went, it's unacceptable, it's nowhere near good enough. Would that buy him time? Would that get the fans off his back for a bit? Or
I don't think what he says to the fans buys him time. It's all about the board. The proof's in the pudding. The fans have turned long ago, and the board still continue to keep him. Anyway, right, we have to make a decision. Where will Rangers finish? I am going to go 17th to 24th. I think we'll scrape through due to the fact we'll sack him and we'll win a few games later on.
do you think the board just don't really understand Scottish football, so they can't really grasp how bad this position is for Rangers? Do you think the board are maybe looking at it and going, oh, we've only lost one game in the league?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I was ranting and raving last night in my match preview because I said the board mustn't have a clue, right? Because see them to sanction 10 million for Yusuf Shermiti. And I mean, there's no way Andrew Kavanagh and Marafi or whoever who have sanctioned the money looked at his fucking stats for Everton and Sporting Lisbon and went, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
but
but
there's no fucking way, because there's no way. That has to be to help out Everton.
No,
but it's not even like Everton's leagues.
Yeah, money laundering. There must be people benefiting for that, agent fees and whatnot. There'll be backhanders in there, surely.
I feel like I'm backhanded in the face.
No, but do you like with Leeds in the Championship after 6 games, or whatever? Let's say Leeds are maybe sitting in like 19th place. Maybe that's the equivalent of what Rangers sitting in like 11th or 10th or whatnot. But even though that's not ideal, I don't think that's panic station shit. But that's not to say that doesn't equate to Scottish football. It's like Leeds having a bad start and maybe having like no wins after their opening 5 games. That's not the same as Rangers having no wins in their opening 5 games.
Leeds are almost expected to lose most games. Well, they are expected to lose most games. They're expected to go fucking down. Let's not pretend otherwise, man.
Well, I was talking about Championship, but...
Well, the Championship? Oh, aye, well, yeah.
Yeah, but a bad start for Leeds in the Championship can happen. A bad start for Rangers, as bad as this in the Scottish Premiership, should never happen. No, but this would be the equivalent of Barcelona or Real Madrid after 5 games having 4 draws and 1 loss and the manager not being sacked. I don't think that happens.
I remember Benitez got the Madrid job and he wasn't doing a good job, make no mistake about it, but it was like the run-of-the-mill, shitey, drawn too many games, not winning enough, and they just sacked him like as soon as he started drawing like 2 games. And that's what a big club does. That's what needs to happen here. He should have been sacked after the Dundee game. He's not. And here we are, sitting at the end of, the start of October, the month of scares, and the scariest thing is I don't think he's fucking going anywhere.
Here to stay.
Right, comment time.
I hope he turns it around.
49th.
There's 50 teams in it, then maybe he could.
Always obsessed. Dear. They are obsessed. The answer to this question depends on how quickly they sack Russell Martin. I agree. They'll probably go further than us. They do very well in this competition. Celtic are more likely to go out sooner, but will win a domestic treble. Typical. Martin will end up getting the Ange at Spurs treatment.
Oh, I don't
know.
know.
Right
Celtic...
Europe, shite in the league and keep his job. No, not a chance. I disagree with that.
Celtic haven't won a domestic treble in 2 seasons. And they look worse now than they have in the previous 2, so I don't know how you can be super confident on a domestic treble.
Why is he pretending that? I mean, why is he pretending that Russell's doing alright in Europe? He's not going to do alright. Where is the proof he's doing alright in Europe?
And he's probably done better in Europe than he has domestically.
Yes, but I mean, I can't deny that. That is true.
He's got more wins in Europe than he does in the league,
which is insane. Anyway, moving on.
I guess he's played more games, but
I'll eat a banana covered in cheese and milk if Rangers go at the Europa League in the league phase. That'd be a shite banana, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't fancy that one.
I'm saying top unseeded if Martin is sacked sooner. If he's sacked ASAP, I dare say top 8. And if he is sacked later rather than sooner, then bottom 24 unseeded. There is no way to go out in the league phase. They are far too good in Europe. Celtic is the side in dire risk of having an abrupt end to this campaign. Do we agree with that?
Yeah, but I mean, I know you can't really judge after one game, but let's say you do judge after one game. Well, I'd say Celtic will look a lot more likely to finish higher up than Rangers.
Yo, I think we need to...
Hold on, Celtic went to Belgrade and got a point. Rangers fucking could have lost 4-5-0 at home.
I think we need to reel it in on this far too good in Europe. We were. It's past tense.
Yeah, I mean,
Martin has fucking
but
destroyed that.
See, since the Gerrard run, and I'm not saying it was only Gerrard because it was continued on after him, but there's been a lot of manager changes, and pretty much the entire squad has changed since then. Tavernier's like the only guy that's survived.
Yeah.
From like the Gerrard days, like Tavernier's the only guy left.
Last man standing.
And I get it, right? There's some other guys that have been there for a few seasons now. I think like Suter, I think Raskin's been there for like 2 seasons now. But this squad is pretty much a whole new look squad. Minus like
Martin's got no excuses. You're right. It's like it is.
We're talking like this is like a handful of players that have been left for like the previous few seasons, and you're talking like what 4 manager changes since Gerrard. You can't just say, "Oh, Rangers are good in Europe because they beat Dortmund like 3-4 years ago." That's a totally different Rangers side now.
It is, and that's where we'll leave it, guys. I'm going 17th to 24th. What are you going?
I'm going 17th. I'll go 17th, 24th. Will Martin be there though for all 8 games?
I don't think he will. I think he'll be there for about 6 of them.
If he is there for all 8, does that change your opinion, or do you think
elimination?
You don't think Martin can?
Yeah. Yo, one of the home games against Roma, so that's a loss. That gives you 2 home games, and I can't even remember who they're against, right? But let's not pretend that this guy's. We look shite against every team we play. It's not like no. We'll be out if he stays. Prove me wrong, Martin.
There you go, guys. Out.
Out. Anyway, till next time. Peace.